OF model who films herself number oneing on grocery store food, busted in hotel room spree, including on a Bible. Mm.
She could have been smited on the spot. Oh,
Well, she has been. Look at her face. But
oh,
a New Hampshire model who allegedly filmed herself taking a leak on grocery store food has been busted over a pee spree in a hotel room, including on a Bible. I'm not going to give her name because then, at least one person in chat's going to go pay for her account.
right.
Hit with fresh charges this week for doing this at a Marriott back in January. Tedford, who goes by the name Kinky Kelly. Oh, wow. She also number two'd on the floor.
Gross.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's degenerate enough to be even doing this prostitution like it is, but it just shows how depraved this stuff gets. Because as it is right now, look at all these girls who are prostituting themselves on this platform. Now you got to do something more and more extreme. That's why these one girls
they're getting more desperate. Yeah,
exactly. Yep. That's why these other girls are. They're gonna to fornicate with 100 men in a day or 1,000 men in a day, and they keep doing more and more and more perverted stuff. Judging by her handle, it sounds like she is into just as kinky, perverted things as possible. So now she's doing something as if being a prostitute isn't disgusting enough. Now she's got to do something incredibly just depraved of pooping and peeing. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, this is I mean, the alleged purpose hit with 5 criminal mischief charges. The gross saga allegedly unfolded weeks before Tedford was also arrested for spraying a slew of products in a Monoduck food co-op, which is also located in Keene, with her fluids. Her alleged display at the grocery store cost $1,500 for the ruined products and cleaning expenses.
I can't help but wonder, like, was she hoping to pee on stuff that she's hoping people will end up eating? Like, is she just that depraved? And I
think she's probably getting paid to do it. Like, people are paying, like, it's like somebody's fetish and they're like paying her $500 to go do it.
That's right, because they can buy extra things and special requests. They could have sent her a message and say, look, I'm giving you all this money. I want you to go do this perverted, just unthinkable thing. This is why, and I keep telling people, and a lot of people get mad at me when I say it, but it's just like, this kind of stuff is a progression of what porn does to people. Yes. Porn is demonic. It's perverted. It's disgusting. There is no healthy amount of porn that one can consume. It is always it is poison to your brain. And so what happens is people watch this stuff, and the more they continue, it's just not enough, and things get perverted even more so and more degenerate. And then now you got this kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty much like an endless kind of cycle of looking for more and more and more and more and more degenerate stuff, spending more and more money. And that's where, like, these individuals, make their bones, so to speak. This is where they make their money. Right. Is like, it's wild to me that people are paying for this. Yep. And it's really just sad. Like, these are, and I don't remember what the exact percentage was, but an overwhelming percentage of the men who pay for this stuff are married.
Oh yeah, like, exactly. That's what's wild about it. And so, like, it's just demonic. And that's the thing, is Satan wants to split up families. Satan wants to encourage people to commit adultery and all that. And this whole OnlyFans thing, these married men using OnlyFans, married men looking at porn, all this, that, and the other, like, that's definitely encouraged by Satan and definitely falls under adultery, and it's wrong. And anybody who's doing these things, they need to repent and apologize to their wives, and also, of course, most importantly, repent to Jesus and be delivered from this stuff, because it's satanic.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I mean, doing this stuff, like, I get life in prison without possibility of parole. Is that like? Yeah, I mean, it's also, by the way, she's very unattractive too. But
I know, that's the thing that's crazy about this stuff, is that a lot of these girls on these platforms are.
Why are
like,
people paying her? Like, she's gross.
I know. It's like some of these, I don't get it. I think it's, I think that's one reason why she's resorting to such perverted things like this, because it's like, well, she's already not attractive. So
yeah,
she's just got to make up for it by being an absolute depraved lunatic.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, I think that I actually feel like this culture is waning. I think more people are kind of getting hip to the fact that, this is not worth the cost.
Exactly.
And yeah, there will always be people willing to, sell themselves for this kind of stuff. But like, ultimately, I'm hoping that we can continue to apply a real stigma to people who, who are doing this. Because it's like, look, I try to be, I know you're like a little more hardline. I know guys are going to do what guys are going to do. But the way I try to approach it is simply saying, like, just so you know, that is rewiring your brain, and it will lead to more unhappiness in your life.
Yeah, it will affect your love life in a negative way.
Yeah, like this is not something I think. This is a fact, scientifically proven. Once men start, spending time with this, then like, gee, why is my wife not putting out? Well, maybe it's because she knows you're doing it, or you're subconsciously you're treating her different, or
Well, and it's like repellent. It makes if a guy is participating in these things and watching these things, it is a repellent for most women, unless a woman is also into degenerate stuff. It's like it makes a guy unattractive to any woman with any amount of morals. It's going to make that guy unattractive, and so she's not going to. It's not going to definitely encourage her to want to be with him in that way. But a lot of these guys, sadly, they get addicted to this stuff, and
Terry Crews talked about it.
I've seen it where women are like, their husbands are not having sex with them even when they want to, because they are too addicted to this perverted pornography, and that's how they're getting off, is on their pornography instead. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, hopefully Kiki Kelly, enjoys having this on her record. She probably has, about 3 followers. The mainstream media for a while there, remember the media was really promoting this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
By writing like, this school teacher quit her job. Now she drives a Ferrari.
Right.
They were always like these undisclosed ads because, that OF and these websites were paying for. That revenue seems to have dried up. Right. I have not seen a lot of those articles anymore, other than that Lily Phillips chick.
Exactly.
Who's like literally destroying her body. For a few clicks, but that's I thought you'd enjoy that little story.
That is wild to me, and her doing that and urinating on a Bible, it's just like, oh my gosh, she needs to repent, because that's demonic, and she could. All I'm saying is our actions have consequences.